Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I do not go blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 or maybe I do go blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Puppety. And
Blah.
Blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
It is morbid time.
hello, everybody. I know you're all already wondering, why haven't I turned off the camera yet? Because you can't.
Yes, that's right. I can't. Dear God.
I'm Puppetine. Hello.
And I'm
And-
Froggy. And these are our amazing and friends.
Yes.
Are mine. If you look over there, you can see she's every woman in the world. To us, it's Miranya.
Good evening, everyone.
If you look below her, you can see when she's not here, or it's Sue and Alicia. He's also every woman in the world. It's Eric Breen.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
Blah,
He's
blah.
every Dracula in the world now.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And playing that dashing male army lead, it is the Shrievernaut. I mean, the Ruggernaut, making his 50,000th debut.
What is it, 22nd?
Well, I feel like I really got to dance there. I
Yeah,
need to talk to. Who was our union rep again, Maranya?
It's Froggy.
Sorry,
this is
we're
good.
not home right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll get back to you. Never.
Yeah, he's our rep.
Anyway, we're going to be reading Weird War Tales, the Creature
Wait.
Commandos, and the GI Bot.
Weird war, not wart.
I said war.
Weird wart tales with Froggy.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh,
Yeah. Mhm.
I kind of hopped into that one.
Featuring Junkyard Joe. I mean, G.I. Robot.
Featuring heavy drinking.
Well,
God, I
no.
wish that were still an option.
That's not a feature. That's a mandatory.
I got mine ready.
Drink your milk, Breen.
Have one for me, kids.
I want you to finish that day of school and go, hell yeah! Mash those milks together. And drink.
I know that this speech bubble is pointed upwards, but I think it goes to Mr. Breen.
I would think this was Frankie doesn't speak.
No. Although Frankie did say relax once.
Don't do.
So you want me to say this?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead, blah, blah, blah.
Blast! That tin soldier has switched sides.
Uh-oh. He's batting for the other team?
That
He
is
knows
laser
we are
disc.
his real allies, the Doomsday bots.
Oh,
To-
the
That's
Doomsday bots.
That's right. Here's an ad for Swamp Thing.
Wait a minute. Go back. You missed two things.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
There
No,
they
no, no.
are.
Those are some
Cha-cha.
Swamp Things. Oh, yeah.
Cha-cha.
Agent
Uh,
Barbo.
You see where his eyes are.
Yeah.
You don't
No,
see
oh,
where hers
that's
are
not-
because no one's looking.
Oh, that's not his eyes.
oh, who is the narrator?
Whoever wants to be, because there really isn't much narration.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead.
All right, see you later.
Oh, bye. The devil, eternally playing solitaire, is startled at the cards he unexpectedly drawn. The Creature Commandos and the GI Bot together in the Doomsday Bots. Robots. Okay.
Featuring Jim Carrey as Dracula.
Yeah, that's a kind of like Jim Carrey. You're right. Ace Ventura, Dracula.
Yes.
Creature Commandos. Ace Ventura. Ace
Velcro.
Ventura.
The fact they
Yeah.
call him Velcro is really made me disturbed.
Creature Commandos. Taylor, the totally not mute monster.
Velcro kind of sticks to you.
Creature Commandos. Andy Griffith, the werewolf.
Doo, doo,
Now Barn.
Creature Commandos, Dr. Medusa.
Oh.
Even more astonishing is the last card.
It's Zach.
The GI robot. Zach for short.
No, it's Jake.
I love that his name is Jake, Jungle Automatic Killer Experimental, because it's specific to the jungle. In the city, he can't do shit. Oh, is this me?
Unless he goes to LA, that's a concrete jungle.
Whoever Sergeant Coker is, that's if you're Sergeant Coker, that's you.
Yep, that's you, Coker.
Coker.
It's just miserable hunk of land called Tattoo Island.
Ugh.
HQ sure handed me a joker out of the deck that the devil was just playing with when they assigned you to patrol this. Nip sounds good. Hornet's nest with me, Jake. The boss must have said Sergeant Coker's a tough Marine. You don't need a real buddy to talk to. Drink beer with. Swamp snapshots of Swamp Thing's girls. Someone who will wipe away a tear or two if Coker gets drilled.
Ew!
Ew.
Coker works under the bridge as well.
He must.
Someone who'll miss him if he gets shoveled 6 feet under. I know I'm not hurting your feelings when I say you're a real mess of bolts and nuts, Jake. Because robots ain't got a feeling.
Ain't got nobody.
Hey, Breen. Who's the writer?
Robert Kanigher.
Remember the time when that puppet used to know?
you.
Why doesn't this puppet know how to read? He's got
Oh,
glasses.
who's the artist?
Your mother.
Why that would be Dan Spiegle.
Do
He
you know
used
who
to
the
have a
letter
catalog.
is?
Milt Snappin.
How about the colorist?
Stop it.
Adrienne Roy. Yo,
Oh,
Adrienne.
Adrienne.
You know, this makes me wonder who are the editors of this fine issue?
Well, I hadn't put much thought into it, so I was forced to look at the indicia. And upon doing so, learned it was Julius Schwartz and, well, it should say E. Nelson Bridwell.
No, it's Nelson E. Bridwell now.
No, it's
Anyway.
E. Nelson Bridwell.
Anyway, I gotta pull Maranya now.
That is Jake. I'm not the bad guy. I knew your memory banks would short circuit one of these days. Don't burn me. I'm Sergeant Coker, your buddy, somebody. Can't you tell the difference between me and the chaps?
Goodbye.
Correction, Jake. Maybe you're a robot, but you fight like a Marine. I don't care if the medics give me a Section B for
Section 8.
Colin walking.
Section 8.
Section 8.
I thought he said beef.
He's
I
drunk.
I am drunk. Walking hardware like you, pal. But shake, buddy. Ow! As you were, Jake, let go. I'm no robot. Relax. That's meat you're pressing, not armor plate. Flatten. Someone wants to shake hands with a hot potato. Flatten, buddy. I owe you one Jake.
Oh my God, where that thing is going to go off. Oh no.
Yeah, but,
Oh no.
but make sure you
Drink
read it.
dirt. Here comes another one.
And go back up, because you read out of order.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, you drunk bastard.
It doesn't matter. Use the sound effects. There you go. You said this was going to be short.
It's not.
Well, it'll be if you read faster.
I flipped. Diving a grenade for a buddy. That's a row bit. The magic gum and bubble gum.
Yeah. Remember when you get ads?
Yeah, here we go.
We sadly still get ads. Now, anybody else?
We've all done all we can for Sergeant Coker.
Thanks.
The rest is up to you.
If he lasts till we can get him to the hospital at the naval base, he might still be as drunk as me.
Sure. Glad to see the last of Tattoo. I'm tired of hearing the plane. The plane.
The plane.
The plane.
When I met you, Jake, I owed you so long. Farewell. I'm leaving. Ugh.
You'll take cover for Sergeant Coker, Corporal.
They were a team, sir, and more importantly, they were more than just friends.
Oh my.
How do I know that robot will obey me when we're out on patrol? And he realizes that, well, I'm not Coker.
I don't
And
know.
the hot lead's flying.
It wasn't right to let him live. He killed Franklin. He was our best soldier.
That's right. He wasn't an in friend. He got credits.
Calling that robot Jake doesn't make it human, Corporal. It's got no heart, no feelings. It's a machine. You can't outrun it. It will keep coming. It's going to kill you. Oh, sorry. You're not Sarah Connor. But it is programmed to obey us, fortunately. And it will kill enemy threats on land, sea, or air, just like the post office. Jake, from now on, you'll follow the corporal on patrol. Erase Sergeant Coker from your memory banks. That's an order.
Yes, even that night in the jungle. Oh, shit.
Come back here, Jake. That's an order.
He's swimming after the PT boat that's taken Sergeant Coker away, sir. I knew I didn't have a chance.
Cut the ammunition this robot off, Corporal. Open up.
Sorry, sir. Even if Jake's just hardware, the love the two of them share, it's beautiful. And he's wearing a Marine uniform, probably Coker's spare. I can't do it.
I knew you were my greatest ally.
Spring.
Meanwhile, a week earlier, in the recreation hall of a children's hospital south of Paris,
Oh.
Lieutenant Shreves taunts cut the creature commando Zeka with a blade.
Okay. They say kids in this hospital never laugh, but they'll sure hoot when they see you freaks. Right, Dr. Medusa?
I didn't mind, Lieutenant Shreve. Laughter is better than medicine. If that's the case, I'd be laughing at your face, you ugly mug.
I mean, if they get cancer, give them laughter. They don't need medicine.
The young patients were silent in their shells of pain, doomed by despair. Look at the dying children.
Aw.
All right, here you go, little kiddies. Here's our first freak, Lucky Taylor, the patchwork monster.
I gotta point out, these kids are diverse.
Yeah, they actually are diverse.
Mute, imprisoned in his own shell of agony at his grotesque appearance, Taylor awaited jeering laughter. Instead, he was greeted by young eyes widening and wondering When are they going to throw them in the water?
Hello, little Rhaegar. He spoke.
Puzzled by the unexpected reaction, Lieutenant Shreve continued.
Don't expect a song and dance from Unlucky Lucky. He can only grunt. But Warren Griffith is good for a howl. Meet the reluctant werewolf.
Griffith was torn by a silent inner struggle.
Hi, I'm Zach. I want to please kids,
It is Zach.
Oh my!
but I also don't want to look like a guy in a white suit with a hood.
Yeah.
They might be afraid.
No, the kids are too diverse for him. Get him out of there.
I will
What
kill this
else
little
will
one on the
do?
right first, and then the other one. I will go all Anakin.
Okay. Go back up a bit.
Well, I think he's got a bottom part.
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right. Kids.
He is no monster.
They are lying to us because we are sick. Who's
We are
got my
sick in the
smoke?
head.
Gil
For
Kane, we love you.
Who stole my matches?
I was just about to do it. And then
Rather than disappoint the children, Griffith concentrated, and this time his control returned. He changed into his beast form,
Dun, dun, dun.
meow, and instead of the horrified reaction Lieutenant Shreve expected, he was again puzzled by awe shining in the youthful audience's eyes.
you ain't seen nothing yet. You've seen vampires. Oh, I did that backwards, huh?
Yep.
You've seen vampires only in movies coming out of coffins at midnight? Well, here's one in broad daylight, Sergeant Velcro.
But the entrance of the soaring vampire was greeted with admiring applause. Yay! Yay!
I'll shake them out of the seats when I introduce the newest creature commando.
Ads.
Wait, hold, go back. Go back up. Was it a count? Dante? Oh. That was strong in
Kung
there.
Fu.
Muscles in 7 days. Sign me up.
Smoke bargain pack. Oh, that's smoke grenades, smoke clouds.
Yeah.
No Dante.
Free magic trick. Just the trick. You just learn the magic trick
Poems set
with
to
a
music.
dollar.
Let our staff of professional songwriters turn your words into a song. We will do that for free. We can have fun with that.
Wow, look at the comic books. Complete Marvel and DC groups from 1935 to 1983.
Wow.
Somebody had,
Wow.
didn't they?
Oh yeah, keep it, guys. Art, magazines, pulps, Doc Savage, Walt Disney, movie items, Shadow,
Jeez.
1900 to 1983.
3 mil comic bags.
$4 for 100.
Oh.
American Heart Association. We're fighting for you.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Meet Dr. Medusa. Let the kids see what you really look like.
Before the hissing sting of Dr. Medusa's live snaky locks.
You should have known better than to uncover a snake pit, Lieutenant Shreve.
For the first time, laughter transformed the youthful patients.
Why are they laughing at me? You are the freaks.
Yeah, Lieutenant Shreve. To the children, we are the creatures inhabiting fairy tales. They understand that fairy tale monsters will never harm them. Only the world of cruelty and pain people like you bring to them.
Don't
while
worry.
the creature commandos visited a young patient who could not be moved.
Talking.
Can you please give me your autograph?
Oh, we certainly will, and I know just the place.
Dr. Mad, I was tricked. Oh, you're right. Thanks, Snake Lady.
Lieutenant Shreve was summoned to the CO of Special Missions.
Well, okay. Well, since this is a key island of Tattoo in the Pacific,
The plane.
our Marines are at one end, the Japs on the other, locked in a battle to the death. We've sent 3, count 'em, 1, 2, 3 ships to reinforce the Marines, but all have been blown up before reaching Tattoo.
Tattoo.
Do I look like the Count to you?
Marines to the left of us, Japs to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Jake.
Oh my gosh, that's the guy from Cop and a Half.
It's LK.
Oh my
Each
god.
of the 3 ships sent the same urgent radio message. Radar picking up unidentified bogey. I prefer Bacall, but that's just me.
Actually, if you're gonna be LK, you gotta start up. Hey, Breen, did you hear about the each of 3?
Well, I also would go identified, bogey, 250 miles, southeast of, Tattoo, island.
Yeah.
I know that because I do the same thing. Then,
Okay, here we go.
Any possibility the ships are blown up by jet planes in the sky? Service vessels? Subs?
negatory, good buddy. Oh, wrong reading. Those men could recognize anything from a Zeke to an Emily. Half the people in our platoon can't tell the difference, but I digress again.
You can be as or an Emily these days.
Well, changing times. I blame Sam Brinton. And there were no ships but ours in the area. Each of the 3 Navy radio operators reported the identical alert. Then, boom!
Ooh.
That was for the frog. Mystery objects. Next will be kangaroo kicks and double clotheslines. Mystery objects sighted 250 miles southeast of New York City.
New York.
New York City!
Adam
Figured this
Cole,
was our
baby.
best chance.
U.S. nicknames for the Mitsubishi 001 fighter, 001 fighter, and the Kawanishi 02 patrol bomber, ENB.
Kawanishi.
There we go. That's where it's ENB.
Actually, it was you read it wrong. It's just he's for the Mitsubishi 001. Oh, thanks.
Mitsubishi.
Whatever.
Military intelligence has been sitting on their asses and on reports of sightings of unidentified objects for years until they showed up in a Mexican congressional session. They make Hitler's V1 and V2 rockets seem like spitballs. That's why this information can't be released without causing global panic.
Global panic.
Yeah.
Global panic.
Global panic.
Might take a
I'm
while to make
panicking
that
on a global state.
The world would learn about such sightings in 2023. Oh, and in 1947, when Kenneth Arnold publicly announced seeing flying discs. Nelson.
Sure enough.
Creature commandos don't panic, sir.
That's why you gotta fly them to a whole fleet that's putting out from the Pacific port for Tattoo.
Everything.
A little axe up there at the top. You and your outfit are to board the command ship. find out what's causing the fireworks, and myrtleize it, Rock.
Mhm.
That's putting my freaks on the biggest TNT hot seat of the war.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, kid. Sales are down on weird war tales. We're thinking about going to Frog Stories. But if you should survive your mission, check out these reports handed in by the GIs in the same general area. They're so wild, we've put a lid on them and isolated the men who saw them until we can send them home as Section Bs.
Okay. No wonder. They're wilder than a nest of cuckoos.
As the creature commandos left the children's hospital, Velcro was driven by his vampirish bloodlust to chug an entire bottle of liquor.
Oh, it's his kind of liquor.
Plasma gave me this bottle. I get too drunk. The hospital gave me this bottle of plasma for a pal. I am my own best friend.
I am my own M friend.
Drawn to Dr. Medusa, the patchwork hand of the mute monster hesitantly reached out towards her sneaky locks in a caress which silenced their hissing.
It's snaky.
What did I say?
You said sneaky.
I thought I said snaky.
Well,
I think I did say snaky.
we heard different.
I've heard it both ways.
We haven't. We just heard sneaky.
While the baleful beauty stared longingly at a couple joined in a silhouetted embrace.
Oh, I'll never know love now. If a man ever looked into my eyes, he'd probably turn to stone since you've been gone in horror.
And that's when Frank realized he was in the friend zone.
Well, no, she would probably.
Coffee and zombies. Plane's waiting for us.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Forever doomed to be pariah who will appear in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Turned into macabre monsters by wartime science. Oh my gosh, I'm turning off the screen because I just realized who I should be The creature commandos took off their most startling mission. Lieutenant Shreve briefed the creature commandos en route and changed his course.
Thanks, Vincent Price.
You're welcome.
Or Puppet Master.
Father.
Mother.
No, I'm not in this one.
Neither am I. I just keep bumping into things, though.
This is new breed.
We see that you can't.
Come on, Velcro.
So I read the dialogue or the okay.
That's you.
No, I know that. You lost, Lieutenant. That's Tattoo Island at 12 o'clock. We're supposed to finish there. Blah, blah, blah aboard ship. Unless we're finished first.
Tailwind's kicking us ahead of our ETA. I'm going to recon the area from Tattoo to the port where we board the command ship, leaving for the island tomorrow.
Tattoo has become our drinking game.
Fantasy Island.
Established time of arrival.
Yes.
You're welcome.
So, I just want to point out, if you guys haven't been taking a shot every time they says Tattoo, you're not winning the game.
But you're still sober.
I don't have
Sober as poker.
I don't have that much booze to take a shot for each time.
I'm taking a shot of milk each time.
Oof.
Is this me here?
I think I would say it's you.
Maybe we'll find out what caused the first three ships to be blown to Haiti.
Is this supposed to be my character? Let's see.
You can.
Mhm.
I would let you take it.
Zach Gunner to P Pilot. Think I see something down there at 6 o'clock. Looks like a man swimming 250 miles from Tattoo. You flipped, Griffith?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Actually, that was someone else's. Yeah. I read two people's parts. Oh well.
Oh, it's my part. You
well.
flip, Griffin. Look again, Private. Make sure your eyes aren't going back on you.
I could have sworn, but it could be. Must have been the dolphin. The tail gunner, the pilot. And then I see something flying over at me.
What is it this time, clown?
It's a monster. Looks like I can't. Oh, let him read his. Yeah. I don't know. Am I
A witch on a stick broom or a stick broom? A witch on a broomstick?
It's a monster. Like you saw it on our first Pacific mission.
The only monsters around here are you freaks in this plane.
Hey, look, I got a line. You didn't let me do my line.
Yeah. Left to right, bro.
The last time I saw one of these flying monsters was a
my
drawing in a book. And she's going rat-a-tat-a-tat. Yeah, she's badass. Ha ha.
The only monsters around here are you freaks in this plane. Better sniff some oxygen, but you've all got some high altitude sickness. A pterodon. The reports the CO handed me from those Section 8 GIs were true. We're back in dinosaur country.
I still prefer Section B. As the great winged beast tore at the wing of the bomber.
I guess it's up to me. To score a basket for the home team.
Oh, wow.
Sports ball. Called it.
Ram.
1K.
Pilot to crew. Ship's out of control. Toss rubber raft out and we'll inflate it when it hits the water. Abandon the aircraft.
One by one, the creature commandos safely shooted to sea, and as they swam towards the rubber raft bobbing in the distance.
Come on, you chow hound of hell.
I will never get another chance like this to bathe in this stuff.
That's you.
Sharks attracted by the blood.
Oh no! Who's that?
Can't see because.
Oh, it's him. That's Ruggy.
We'll all be a dish of antipasto for them unless we reach the raft.
Antipasto actually sounds good.
But the raft was occupied by the GI robot, Jake, who still is missing his lover, but who had paused in its vain search to overtake the PT boat that had sped away with his wounded dear Sergeant Coker. Bada bada bada.
A robot. Look at this face. Like you're coming out the water, bro. A robot with a machine gun hand. Beat it before it stuffs us full of lead.
Like Sergeant Coker.
Hold it. We've run out of space.
If that's the Loch Ness monster, somebody ought to tell it to go back to Scotland.
But when the GI robot observed its bursts harmlessly showering the sea monster like ocean spray, he brought in his heavy artillery.
Kaboom!
That robot's a real GI. It was protecting us.
After the creature commandos boarded the raft,
Well, there's the only thing on Earth that can touch me without the slightest fear. As if I were a real woman, not a nightmare. A robot.
Like I said, Frank is like, what the?
unheard is the silent outcry of the mute, moody monster and his patchwork heart, hopelessly drawn to the sneaky, I've said it both ways, locked Dr. Medusa.
You know, if she's not careful, it's gonna end up like of Mike's Men situation. He's gonna be Lenny killing a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm marooned with a raft full of freaks. The fleet's on its way to be blown up by heaven knows what.
And thus, like Satan endlessly shuffling his demonic deck of cards, the shifting tides of war bring together the GI robot and the creature commandos, and the devil himself doesn't know the outcome.
Oh, shit.
Suddenly, rising from the bottomless depths of the vast Pacific like an enormous, dazzling, spinning crown.
And that's all for that count.
Oh shit, it's aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this movie. It's called The Abyss.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Now
muted.
try it again, a rug with the mute off.
Oh, you know what? Stuff. Okay. The Navy ships were blown up by unidentified craft, all right. But they never knew annihilation didn't come from the skies. It came from under the sea.
Under the sea.
That's where I'll pee.
Under the sea.
What it says.
The raft is being drawn inside.
Uh-oh.
Continued on second page following.
Here we go.
More ads.
It's time for more ads.
You should have read them. Oh.
Oh,
Firestorm.
if I must. The saga continues because you demanded it. Comicdom's favorite muck-encrusted mockery of a man is back in all new adventures. Written by Marty Pascoe. Who is it illustrated by, Eric Breen?
Tom Yates!
And edited by who?
Len Wein!
It's fun Ween.
And him.
Don't make Marania Lynn whine.
I will whine at you all day long.
The Geeky Puppet Show Theater is brought to you by Campbell Soup Productions.
Now a major motion picture from Avco Embassy. Collector's item, first issue on sale February 11th. Don't miss out on the saga of the Swamp Thing.
Babo.
And as if that wasn't enough to whet your appetite, get ready for the return of the Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. Really? That long of a name? You couldn't just go Firestorm? Okay. Brand new exploits from Dynamic DC's most popular hothead by
Spider-Man!
Conway and Pat Broderick.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm gonna buy an issue for my son.
Thanks, though.
I want
Spider-Man!
five copies.
What about Security Guard Jameson? From the Security Guard Jamesons from that Power Man issue. Do I get
Yeah.
a free one?
Get one for my cousin, Dad.
How is it a free one? It's
Five
costing
copies.
me money!
Five copies for your mother. She's a
Anyway, this book is coming your way monthly. You wanted him, you got him. Now what are you gonna do with him? Well, that sounds like a different kind of ad altogether.
Oh,
Let
God.
me tell my brother, sir.
Buy him! Purchase him under the bridge! We need the money! First issue on sale March 4th! Don't you say you weren't warned!
Read more for Remake Comics online.
Are you quite finished?
No.
I think so! Down hurtles the gleaming craft.
Wait, I've seen this before. This is Titanic 2.
Past the human and steel debris, we've heard it both ways. Mangled by the unknown
Angela.
attacker.
Unknown attacker?
Attacker. I said that word correctly.
Nowhere. We'll soon be dead except that blasted robot.
Calm down, you wimp, Lieutenant Shreve. Hysteria and claustrophobia are choking you. We have hours of air in here. Take slow, deep breaths, and you'll soon feel your old, obnoxious, ugly self.
Ooh, I like her. Don't tell my wife. The patchwork monster mutely yearns for the caress Dr. Medusa bestows on the GI robot, but the GI robot isn't interested.
Yes.
That
Never mind.
bitch.
Yes. Never mind the lieutenant's biting tongue. He was brought up by a pack of hyenas.
Into a yawning trench at the bottom of the sea plummets the alien craft. And when it flashes through to the other side in a vast underground air pocket.
I think he read it wrong. It's supposed to
I
be one.
don't really know. This is a confusing panel work.
No, you didn't.
It's Velcro first.
It might be this line first.
Oh, who cares? It's your turn.
All right. Don't. No use. Can't reverse these gizmos. I can't make GI robots straight.
Must be operated by remote control.
Actually, it's must be recorded.
Kenny wasn't like the other kids.
They must be controlled by Homo Control.
Oh, Kenny was like the other kids.
Because the wolf boy has the lines.
Give it to the wolf boy.
Just make sure to stutter.
Kangaroo, this looks like a lost continent of Atlantis. Well, what is going in the Pacific?
It should have been the Russific.
Double zero.
Fuck you.
Here we go.
Fuck you.
It's time for her to monologue.
I get to monologue. In his Timaeus, 2,300 years ago, Plato, he made some really nice modeling clay for kids to play with, by the way, wrote that Atlantis was an advanced civilization. Its forces terrorized Europe and Africa, down in Africa, until some prehistoric Athenian army smashed them back. The Atlantides faced annihilation. But in a single day, shaken by titanic earthquakes, Atlantis sank into the Atlantic Ocean, never to be found again. Okay, I think that's I'll give that to Wolf Boy.
Rosendera Leginova, Pacific controlled, called Lemuria?
Well, that name was dreamed up by a 19th century scientist for a hypothetical continent in the Indian Ocean, and yes, it's India. It's not Native American or anything like that.
Like Zoid Skilled, let's get out of here.
Enough school marm jargon. Who invented those rockets? They're undersea to air missiles. No wonder our ships reported unidentified bogies before they were blown up. These things could destroy a whole fleets, armies, even cities.
What cities?
New York City.
Well, like my favorite, Central City.
Central City.
Yeah,
It just
what
doesn't quite have the same ring.
Reed's so disappointed right now.
what we have here is a failure
Failure to
to
communicate.
communicate.
Wait, I thought he said sexual city.
Oh my!
Suddenly, a partition in the landed craft slides open. A ramp
Hey.
lowers.
Looks like our hosts are inviting us to meet him.
I am so disappointed in the Ruggernaut right now.
Our host, Mr. Rourke. That's your line.
What's
your
it?
line, Eric.
What but it's pointing down to some
No, it's
shit
you.
with a gown.
It's a blue guy. Now I get the next line.
Well, I just said I did. I changed the line. I'm so disappointed in the Ruggernaut.
Oh, okay. Then well,
I was ad libbing.
all right. You were ad libbing. All right then.
But if you want to say, that's why the
Hey,
fuck.
get off my line.
That's why the fly brought him.
Don't you start.
He's got my
That
phone.
is what the fly thought
Don't you,
before.
don't you
Oh,
start either. Well, that's what the fly that the movie that our narrator was in thought before he shook hands with the Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for noting my work.
Welcome to the Casbah, also known as Atlantis. Yes, I am also Transylvanian.
Just sound like a Serbian uncle.
Sit on my lamp.
Trust me, bros.
In Russia, lamp sit on you.
Yes. But according to Plato, Atlantis was destroyed by quakes, and crispy quakes at that, and vanished into the Atlantic Ocean. And how did you learn our language?
Yo, lady, we have an Atlantide colony in the Pacific, as you call this ocean. We anticipated the sinking of our home continent and journeyed to Atlantis too. In the Pacific, we have built for such an eventuality. Later, our new land sank, but we were ready. We learned your tongue from radio broadcasts such as the Kiki Puppet Show.
Oh, God.
For centuries,
There's no learning here.
for centuries, our scientists tried to make sense of the frog in the puppet
Oh, you mean since the beginning of this reading?
and toiled to transform us into mighty warriors with invincible weapons. We have just begun to unleash a tornado of terror against our ancient enemies, the Wakandians.
Atlantis sank 11,600 years ago. Any enemies you had then have long since vanished.
You are living proof that they have not. Have you not been ignoring the advances of your mute friend, Frankie? Pussy. Among our foes were women with tresses of living serpents, and you stand before me, a Gorgon slut.
Me too. Hands off, Honky.
A petrifying shaft of light hurtles from Dr. Medusa's serpentine eyes.
Let us see if I can do as the Gorgons did.
Oh, I apologize. Puppetine eyes.
Serpentine eyes. Well, see, you didn't turn to stone since you've been gone.
Naturally, we are mutated beings of the future. You are no longer a threat to us Atlantides. Cut off your abominable head.
Hey,
And this is the last issue that Medusa is in.
At the threat to the object of his silent adoration, the mute monster, with an incoherent snarl, and something happy to see shatters the enemy like a rending juggernaut, bitch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Joined by his raging creature commandos. Oh dear God!
They're looking for a few good boys. Hey there, we're looking for good boys and girls who would like to earn their own money, spending money, and earn lead prizes, gain political business experience, hang out with Uncle Joe Biden.
That's not earn, that's aim.
America's greatest family newspaper since 1882. I was there. Still am.
I am offering a reward of 3,000 for this specific penny. A 1943 copper penny like this one. I'm just starting my collection.
Actually, I think that makes sense because copper was rare during the war, so I think they were making steel pennies then.
Velcro's insatiable bloodlust is suddenly thwarted.
My God, I'm a stupid vampire if I'm trying to get blood from the severed arm of a robot. Oh, and machine oil.
Lucas oil.
That's a nice stadium. I've never been there, but I've heard.
Is it Stark Loop?
You. Wait. Y'all are flesh-colored robots?
We are 6 spots of the future. Though the centuries have, scientists have mastered the art of replacing human, with like mechanical parts, until what you see are superior beings who will rule vulnerable humans, robots, as you call us.
At that moment, the creature commandos are driven back by flame.
That no good robots turned traitor.
He's flaming.
Oh my.
Human fools.
He definitely bats for the other team.
Only you would believe that a robot's loyalty is to you rather than other robots. Hey, robot, drive the humans back to the craft. Press the button on the master control marked manual. The craft will then be under your control. The missiles are programmed to follow your craft. You will dive into the enemy fleet, and the missiles will follow you, annihilating the humans.
Shortly, the craft with the imprisoned creature commandos flashes upwards, followed by the missiles like homing pigeons from Hades, or a bat out of hell.
Robots can be reassembled, but humans can be snapped like twigs, or like threads. We are the wave of the future. We are the Yankees.
Out of the sea, da-dum-da-dum, out of the sea, da-da-da-dum, flashes the sinister squadron, which is in a different book.
Yes. I won't believe you mean to destroy us. Robots are programmed not to harm humans.
That only applies to me, not you freaks.
Oh, he really is a bigoted. We needed Zach here. There is no reaction from the metal marine. Suddenly, the craft tilts, skims the waves.
That crazy robot ejected us.
Uh-oh.
It's following orders, launching a kamikaze attack against the fleet, heading for Tattoo Island.
Tattoo Island.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Tattoo Island.
The missiles, boss. Oh, shit.
Little darling.
I said that's me. You're wrong, Shreve. The robot is following his programming not to harm humans. Look, it's diving into the sea. Now let's I would say let's have the wolf get this next line. Or after what's me, okay. The robot is leading the missiles
I'll
back.
take it.
No, you will not take it. The robot is leading the missiles back to Atlantis too. If freaks like us have souls, why not a GI robot?
Atlantis to undersea
No, I
boogaloo.
was going to say electric boogaloo.
Yes.
What can the robot's mechanical brain be thinking? As it
Joker.
as it makes the supreme sacrifice for all mankind.
Brokeback Mountain.
While Medusa may have been thirsting for the robot was thirsting for his sweet, sweet coca.
He preferred Coca-Cola.
The robot did not obey. Why? 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 Why?
As the American
Why?
fleet steams
Why?
to
Why?
Are you quite finished, sir?
Why?
I'll
Because-
never forget that voice as long as I live.
Why?
Anyway,
Why?
as the as the
Why?
American fleet steams to rescue the creature commandos for God knows why.
Why?
You're a freak. Crying for that robot.
Why?
The world is indebted to Jake One. I wonder if we'll see another of his kind.
Why?
You won't, because the mute guy's about to push you overboard, you bitch.
Oh, you bet. Watch for Jake 2, the sequel, twice the flamboyance, in the next issue of Weird War.
Are we
Or
finished?
in this case, Queer War.
But why?
Jig 2, poppers, stoppers, and stuffers.
Pourquoi? Pourquoi?
Piece, toy soldier set, made of durable plastic, each with its own base.
Japs sold separately.
Tongue packed in this pasteboard foot locker toy storage box, and that is pretty much it. We don't know why. Wait, God. Jeez. We want to thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're actually almost towards our goal to actually become a real boy channel in the eyes of YouTube's.
Why?
But I don't know. I don't know why they haven't banned us yet. So please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing if you have not. That's pretty much it for the Weird War. So please make sure to do all of that and join us in, 7-ish minutes for Superman. But that's all for now. Goodbye.
Are you sure you can't ramble on for another 56 seconds?
We could.
Why?
We could also,
Because it's important to Trusty.
we could eat a joke.
My
It is
dear,
important to trust.
dear friend.
Wait a second. He's also my dear friend.
It's also the
Oh dear. As dear as Sergeant Coker.
A drop of golden sun.
But why?
A long way to run.
I can't believe we're extending the stream to an hour just to bother Trusty.
How are you certain of that? I'm sure you know exactly why we're doing this.
Why?
Yes, my good
Because we have
friend.
nothing better to do in 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one. Yes. Welcome to hour
Welcome
2.
to hour
Hour
number 2.
No, goodbye.